Everybody, we are one. Everybody,
Welcome to the Hughes Roundtable, everybody.
Everybody.
I'm Nina Hughes.
I'm Michael Hughes.
And I'm Michaela Hughes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about influence today, the way that we do influence and the results of influence, because all of us have the ability to be able to do so.
Yes. Welcome, y'all. I was excited about this.
Yeah.
Influence and being influential and things of that nature. We want to dive right into influencing people and give you a couple of definitions. One of the definitions of being influential in states, there are 4 different types of influence: negative, neutral, positive, and life-changing. And I added on life-changing for the good. Mm-hmm. And it states on there that you don't really want those two, the negative and the neutral. And I was wondering, I was like, well, why you don't want neutral? Mm-hmm. And then I came to understanding about neutral, and Michaela got a definition of something that Martin Luther King said, a quote Martin Luther King said, that will further go into being neutral.
Okay, so the quote says, if you see an injustice and do nothing, you're just as bad as the one causing the injustice.
So out of the 4, being a person that is neutral in influence is how we want to tie that in. Mm-hmm. is pretty. You're just as bad as the person that ain't doing nothing. Then being neutral. Mm-hmm. You know.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Influence is powerful.
Yes, it is.
You can influence people, and one of the ways you can influence people by being a leader, and this states humility. This is a character trait for a leader. Respectful, having a nature that is respectful toward others is a sign of a leader of influence. Considering others' opinion before offering your own and not over talking or interrupting others is also a sign of an influential leader. So you can influence by leadership and things of that nature. It's a skill, especially if you're a leader. You know, because when you want to influence people, you really are unseen and seen. You're influencing somebody. Wouldn't you agree with that, Nina?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because we are like children follow when they're young. Mm-hmm. They do what they see, they do what they hear, and then there was always the don't do as I do as I say do, but you're having an influence. Yeah. It's an impact. So they're mimicking everything. Yeah. And that's what we do. And sometimes it's not known. You're not doing it on purpose.
No.
And sometimes the children, because of being young and being sponges, they don't really realize that they are doing it and doing it on purpose. It's just what they see. Yeah. And what they hear. No. So they're doing it and they're repeating it. Yeah. So it's why we have to be careful of the things of what we are doing and what we are saying. Yeah. Because it's going to come back around some kind of way, especially with young children. It's going to come back around, and then they may even pick up things from other people. Right. And then you'll say, now where did that come from? That's not something that we have done or said. But it was an influence. They saw it and they heard it and they repeated it, whether by action or by speaking.
So who influenced you?
You know, I always say mom and dad, but we were talking about Aunt Lizzie. Aunt Lizzie, a very, very, very great influence considering the time that she came from and all the things that she had to deal with. But yet her and Uncle Tracy, her husband, they were still able to strive and were successful in greatness,
Yeah.
in raising their children, living with not much education. It's amazing what
Yeah.
people do. And then the results of the children, you would never know that she was not an educated woman.
Right.
You know, that like my mother and father only had a 7th and an 8th grade education. And I don't know how far Aunt Lizzie went in school, but her work as a wife and as a mother, a community leader, a family member, she was just great. And it was wonderful to sit with her and talk with her about life in general. They built their house from the ground and lived in it. And it wasn't a community where they were building all homes. They literally purchased the land and built it. And
In the hills of Monongahela, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Monongahela, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Built that house right
Built
into
that.
a hill.
Built
Yep.
it into a hill
Yeah.
and lived there
For
and
years.
for years.
Yeah.
For a long time, because mother even stayed with them for a period of time before the second half of the home was built. But successful, and to pay attention to, don't believe that because you don't have the education and the finances. That was something that was really great. Because the education and the finances was not there, say it's not, you don't have money that's overflowing, but don't think that you don't have the ability to be able to still be successful. It may take you a little bit more time,
Right.
and then you have to be disciplined. So they learned, her and Uncle Tracy, from being in the presence of other people and working and doing for other people and saying, I would like to do this for my family someday. So she made it a point that she wanted the children to be educated, the five of them.
Right.
Be educated, get your education, because she understood that there was more that you were able to accomplish with your education.
Right.
And they did very well with that. The children going to colleges and being professors and doing work, and it's just amazing what you can put into children.
Right.
And I mean, all of us have the ability to influence, but her being able to impart that to her children, and then her grandchildren
Right.
going to college and succeeding. So
that's how she influenced you.
yeah, because she didn't
Yeah.
let life, because of what she did not have, keep her from still being successful.
Right.
You wouldn't have never known that she was a woman that didn't have 12 years, didn't even finish high school
Right.
or go to college. You would have never known her
Yeah.
to say, well, no, it's about what you put into it and how bad you want it, and then you're able to accomplish it. And they wanted to be successful as parents.
Right. So
And
we talked about her before.
we did.
Right. Michaela, who influenced you?
You guys did. And a lot of other people, but mostly you, both of you. I love my parents.
You looked right at you.
They are my favorites. We were talking about this, and I think that you guys and Pastor Tillman influenced me a lot, because
Give me an example.
we go to church every Sunday,
Right.
and he's definitely been influential as far as like outlook and what I want to do with my life and giving back to people.
He make you run through brick walls.
Yes. He
Yeah.
holds you accountable.
He holds you
A
accountable.
good pastor would.
And make you run through brick. Make you want to run through brick walls and everything.
Yeah.
Everything is attainable.
Yes.
Every and anything is attainable.
Yeah.
Watch out! Get out the way.
Yeah.
That's how he make you feel every Sunday, and he's very consistent.
Yes.
And he's a dreamer. And
Yeah.
he tells you to dream
Yeah.
and to keep dreaming and to look forward to your future. It's just, he doesn't leave anyone out. And I think as a young person, who hasn't done everything I wish to do. You know, he doesn't make you feel like you're going to a church with older people and you just happen to be young. He says things that are for every age group.
Yeah,
And
he does.
I just feel inspired, empowered, led in every way. I feel appreciated to be sitting under him.
For sure.
And I mean, even today we talked about community, you know, and giving to your community. So those are things that are important to me.
Right.
And I don't know what that would look like if he wasn't my pastor. What type of things would I be fed?
Right.
A different pastor. You know, every pastor has their own unique outlook. So I definitely think I gained that.
Yeah.
Being a member of this church.
And one of the quotes that go along with that is, influence is something that must be earned through integrity and honesty. Influential people recognize that others will hold them up as an example to emulate by being consistently trustworthy and honest in your dealings. You'll inspire others to adopt your ideas and support your vision. That is true. I don't know what it takes for if like, say for instance, use Michaela as an example, how if we influenced her, what is in that person to take the good and the bad, because people can, out of those 4 we read y'all, people can influence you badly. They can. And I don't care how old you are. I want to say something, but I'm not. I don't care how old you are and how old the person is that's influencing you. Say the person is, let's just say 70. They're 70 years old, and you got all kinds of people that you're influencing that is in all those age groups. But a lot of it that is the person that is influencing, they're influencing badly, in my opinion. I ain't even gonna speak and say who I'm talking about, but I think they're influencing badly. Everything they do and say, it's influencing badly, you know. And a lot of times when you're able to influence somebody, you know, you have to do it with courage, I say. You do. Because, you know, you have to be self-aware. Don't you have a quote about that? Read that for me so I won't jack it up.
You can influence people for good or bad. You have to be self-aware person to know that everybody is looking at you, the minor things you do and the major. The fruit you put out is how they respond. They may say something to you about it or just may keep quiet. You'll know if you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, you will. You'll know if you're influencing somebody. You'll know for the good and the bad if you're honest with yourself. Yeah. You'll know. And then some is going to take bad out of what you're doing anyway. Yeah. Some people are going to say you're doing it for to get recognition. You're doing it to be seen. You're doing it for all different kinds and sorts of reasons right there. You know. There were 5 men in my life that influenced me. And they'll see this video. There was 3 of them were my uncles, and 2 of them were Tommy, Neil, and Kat. We always talk about them. He influenced me when I used to live with them with his marriage and everything. A lot of these people, they understand what they're doing. Whether they knew it, I still grabbed a hold of it. You know, my Uncle Lewis with his marriage, and then my Uncle Lehman with that daggone music. Oh, God. That man took me to concerts when I was very, very young. Let me share something with y'all, what my uncle did. He took me to go see, back in the day, I can't remember, but I think I was like 10 or 11. He took me to go see Roger Troutman. And Roger Troutman and what was that? The Zap Band, Sky, Slave, and the SOS Band. 10 or 11. But that influence with music carried me for the rest of my life so bad that I almost messed a lot of stuff up with this daggone music thing. This music thing, I had to, because for a long time I was just obsessed with music because it had done so much for me in my life. So music influenced me a great deal. I really believe that until I accepted Christ, there was no way I would have made it out without the music I had to listen to. Something different I was putting in my mind. And I know it was so powerful that I was able to throw the junk away and keep the positive. I just leaned towards positive message music. Even the rap music I listened to. I never listened to a lot of ghetto, gangster, killing, stealing, and degrading women type of rap music when I was coming up. I always leaned to a Public Enemy, the Goody Mob, groups like that back in the day that put out, because there were a lot of rappers that put out a lot of positive messages,
Yes.
Until I hit to where I was so young and listening to an array of different music. By the time I hit 18, I was a full-grown musicologist. I had started listening to jazz. On my own, I just kept diving deeper and deeper into music, listening to lyrics and things of that nature, And up until the point where I was getting ready to throw it all in the towel and just go after it. Would be those types of people that wouldn't work, didn't even know if I was gifted in music or anything. Didn't know all the deals and shakes and moves with music, but I couldn't do it. The Lord made me choose. The Lord told me that, Michael, you love music more than you love me. And I broke down. That thing broke me. I did. And I finally, it registered that I did. And he made me choose. And I chose him over music. And music has opened up even more for me now. Understanding of music and different types of music. Being able to listen to, Nina and Michaela can attest to this, I can listen to foreign music that I don't understand no lyrics. I know where it's coming from now. And I'll love it. Like I understood the music, So those three men influenced me greatly, and Deacon Hicks and Mr. Jordan. Yeah. Those men taught me how to be influential, best to my ability. It's a powerful thing to be able to influence people. Silently, I call it. Silently. Because you can influence people without them even knowing that you're influencing people.
For sure.
Don't you find that to be true?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be careful what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because people are always watching.
But people don't want to wait, though. They don't want to wait on them, even though it doesn't matter. You still influence them.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't even have to try.
No, you don't.
No.
We're all here.
Because they're going to let you know.
We all learn from something.
That's how we learn.
Yeah.
That's how we learn. That's what influence is that you are learning something that you don't have. And sometimes it can even be tweaked to an extent. Husband and wives can learn from other husbands and wives.
Yes.
How to do, and it's not made to fit you that here's this glove, put it on, but you take and do what it is that you see, hey, maybe we should try something like that and see if we can't do better with what we have seen from someone else.
Yeah.
So it's always an opportunity for someone else to learn, because the Word of God tells us we're an open book for all men to read. So it's not always what we are saying, but what we're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody visually sees and says, oh, that's nice. I'd like to be able to accomplish that. And understand that we have to have the discipline to be able to do it where it is in the positive light, that hopefully what we are showing is something that it is going to be beneficial to someone else.
But what's saying that you are influencing somebody, good or bad? How would you know?
Intentions, I would say.
Intentions?
The person's intentions.
What if somebody come and tell you that you're evil man corrupts bad behavior?
That I am.
Creates bad. Yeah.
Well, I would have to know myself.
Okay.
And know whether I am that person or not. You know? Because people can come and say all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time they're wrong.
That you had me to read. Be honest.
Yeah.
About what influence. I can remember growing up, and because parents see and know what you don't know sometimes, and because it's something that what you want to do, but I can remember being told not good for you to be hanging around certain folks, but still left the choice up to you, even though not being an adult, but not good influence,
Right.
not good at all. I'm like, well, what did they do? What did you hear? What did you see that you come to the conclusion that, you know, this is not all right person to hang out with, you know?
Right.
What's going on that I can't do it? So we do have to be aware of who we are and then pay attention to what our surroundings are.
Yeah, because the thing did say, that the quote did say, negative, neutral, positive, and life-changing. I think that's big.
Yeah.
Life-changing,
Yeah.
especially, hopefully it's for the good.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. We want to zero in on influencing people for the good. And hopefully, through this video, we would hope that people would try to influence people for the good. That means that there's going to have to be some correction in your behavior, your attitude, and most importantly, you are going to have to accept that you are influencing people for the good. You know, you're going to, this is an adult thing, I believe, that you have accepted that behavior and you do influence people. A lot of people right now are talking about Kobe Bryant and how he influenced them. And then you got people that we listen to that says, don't let me, I mean, I ain't gonna know when I die that I've been an influence to you. Let me know now that I'm helping you. You've seen something good in me. Basically, they say that give me my roses now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't wait till I die to you put funeral ribs on my casket and things of that nature.
Mama used to say it all the time. Give me
Give me my flowers
while
now.
I live.
Now, because in the day and age we're living in, people are quick to criticize what you're not doing and how you is doing something wrong. I mean, I'm like, why do you always have to see the negative I'm doing? I think it's too much of that.
Yeah.
I believe that it is too much criticizing, and everybody got their own opinion, and we got to come to the middle right here, where we're pushing people, supporting, encouraging, and inspiring people for the good. I just believe it's too much daggone what they call it, it's not good criticism. What they call that? It's not constructive
It's not
criticism.
No, it's not constructive.
No, it's not at all.
No.
But people,
It's easier to do. It's easier for people to do.
it is.
And dare I say that people can only say and do what is within them. So, you know.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You know, some people when you continuously, you know, can't give people a quick compliment, or do anything good, something kind, that's a heart issue. That's a process. That's the way you think. That's who you are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And when you can do good for people, do it all the time, please. Because we really do just have too much.
Be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
be
like
consistent.
like the quote said, be consistent and be trustworthy. And the people, you're going to have to build a relationship.
Yeah.
And some you don't. Because everybody don't want a relationship. And there's a lot of people, I'm grown, they stuck in their way. And, you know, you ain't nobody that will able to influence me unless they need something from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to read the definition of influence. The capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself.
Yeah.
That's influence.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all. We hope y'all can use this. That's what we hope. We hope that you can use this, and that's what we are trying to do.
Yes.
You know, and we believe we have influenced some people and people in general. By putting these videos out. We want to make this a platform for people to talk about being overcomers, and
Yes.
also we want to influence and just shine a little light on people's world, man. You know, enough darkness out there. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming. Then tell the people how to subscribe and all of that.
You can go to youtube.com, type in the Hughes Roundtable, click on videos, and it will upload everything that we have done thus far. We surely appreciate all the subscribers. You will get notifications immediately when you subscribe each time we upload anything. So think about subscribing, those of you who aren't. We surely appreciate all of your time, that you're listening, that you're encouraging us by listening, and that your comments are helpful.
Yes, they
and
are.
we surely appreciate your time.
Yes,
it
we
is
do.
valuable to us. We enjoy doing this, and we hope that you are getting something out of it.
Yeah. Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.